After a dominating 5-1 road victory in Phoenix, the Rowdies return home for their only chance in May, welcoming Eastern Conference rival Pittsburgh. It's the Rowdies and Riverhounds next. No better place to be on a Saturday night in May than Al Lang Stadium. Home sweet home for the Rowdies as they host the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Absolutely thrilled you're here, everybody. Welcome inside the booth. Drew Felios alongside my main man, Ryan Davis. What a win it was for Tampa Bay on Sunday night. 5-1 over Phoenix. Ryan, what was so impressive about that result?
Drew, the 2 weeks before the match, it gave a chance for this group to get back within its strengths and get back its energy and refocus. Coach Collins talked about the enthusiasm in practice leading up to this game, and the energy was there to create the outcome.
But tonight, a completely different challenge. Pittsburgh always gives the Rowdies all they can handle. Riverhounds, they needed scoring in the offseason, and they sure as heck got it in Dane Kelly.
There are three things: death, taxes, and Dane Kelly scoring goals. He's the consummate professional, works hard, and can also hold the ball up and create for others. But boy, his finishing is like no one else. He can affect the scoreline even if he's having an off night.
And for the Rowdies, perhaps we don't talk about Jake LaCava enough and the impact he has had continuing to be productive along that front line.
Jake LaCava stepping into that number 10 role now for the Rowdies allows him to use his pace to create for others and then create for himself. And not only this, Coach Collins said he has now become the player that works hard off the field to then influence on the field.
Should be a fun night. It's Tampa Bay hosting Pittsburgh. We've got the kickoff coming up next here on ESPN+.
Amortized 5-year debt schedule requisition.
Come a little closer, my petite shoe. Feel that fascination if you're there. I think that I like you. I think that I like you. I think that I like you.
I've been working for Baycare for 13 years.
Going on 20 years?
12 years.
15 years.
20 years.
5 years.
6 years.
15 years.
28 years.
It's not just an ID badge, it's a badge of honor. Do you have what it takes to wear it? Find out at baycarecareers.org and see why Baycare is the only top-performing large health system in America that's also a best place to work.
I've been in Baycare for 5 years and my experience is great. I love it.
Baycare, humanity at work.
¿Puede un seguro médico ayudar a curar la soledad? ¿Puede cuidar a tu mejor amigo también? ¿O tomarte de la mano por 9 meses? ¿Puede estar disponible para ti a las 3 a.m.? ¿Puede estar contigo en cada paso? Nosotros sí lo creemos. ¿Qué más puede hacer un seguro médico para ti? Averígualo.
50 years of automotive excellence doesn't just happen. It's built on a commitment to that excellence, and we wouldn't change a thing. I'm excited to announce Reeves Import Motor Cars is now part of the Morgan Auto Group family, giving you an unparalleled buying and service experience that's uniquely Morgan, like the Experience More guarantee at no additional cost. But it's more than selling you a vehicle. It's the experience, the lifestyle. Introducing the all-new Morgan Import Motor Cars. Experience the lifestyle today. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
Moments away from kickoff, Tampa Bay Rowdies, Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Great to have you with us here on ESPN+. Starting lineups brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. First for Pittsburgh, notice new face in goal. Jamali Wheat gets the nod for Kevin Silva. Also Nathan Dos Santos, 3 assists, the Canadian, playing in the back. And don't forget about Alex Dixon, who has been very productive.
Yeah, matchups all over this park. Dos Santos versus Seb Dalgard, Griffin versus Lewis, and Keanu Forbes versus our defensive midfielder himself. We have Cicerone going up against Aaron Guillen, and we have Dequa going against Jordan Scarlett. Should be fun tonight.
And for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Focus on the Sabres. Sebastian Dahlgaard gets the nod for Dayon Harris. Harris not in the 18 tonight. He'll take the night off. No Seba Gwensati tonight. A little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, Leo Fernandez stepping into that number 10 role should be something special, and it made things happen in Phoenix. Dos Santos, fresh legs, gets him a chance to play against his old team, Drew. A lot of emotion tonight for Steven Dos Santos versus the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
C.J. Cochran gets the starting goal for Tampa Bay. He has been stellar every time he has been in there for the Rowdies. Well, it is mid-May. It feels like mid-July here in downtown St. Pete. It's hot, it's muggy, it is typical Tampa Bay weather.
Beautiful, and the Rowdies are more than happy to come back to this muggy weather and play in Allianz Stadium. Teams like Pittsburgh who play up north, it's going to be a little bit harder. Not so used to the humidity and very close to 90-degree weather. Even though it's overcast, you can cut the humidity with a knife. And that is Allianz Stadium in May.
Take a look at the injury report presented by St. Anthony's Hospital. Rowdies have a few that they are getting cared for. Castellanos is out. Pittsburgh comes in scot-free. Mentioned though Harris, who kind of needed to rest just a little bit for Tampa Bay. And then you've also got Connor Antley, who has not quite been 100%.
And that's such an important role, right? Connor Antley is so confident bringing the ball out to the back for the Rowdies. He can play right wing back, he can play center back, and he's really, really gotten into Coach Collins' system in the last 2 years.
So Antley not in the lineup tonight. As you see Gwensati, a rare moment for him, not in the starting 11, but keep in mind when he comes into the game, he is going to bring electricity. He's just a couple goals off becoming the Rowdies' all-time leading scorer. There's Neil Collins, and we're just about set to go.
4-year anniversary for Coach Collins. Talk about one coach changing the trajectory of a club. Tampa Bay Rowdies really feeling the effects of Coach Collins coming into this system, into this organization, and redirecting traffic. And the green and yellow have never been in better hands than they are in right now.
Rowdies in the familiar green and gold. Pittsburgh in the black, the white, and the yellow. Ball is down, sit back, enjoy Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer. And if you're a Riverhounds fan, we welcome you as well. We're underway from downtown St. Pete, Tampa Bay in Pittsburgh.
You know, just looking at the starting lineup, you know, I didn't mention Jan Ekra at the beginning of the broadcast. Him sitting next to Lewis Hilton may not bring that energy and that sort of excitement in the middle of the park, but he's going to bring control and guile to allow the players like Seb Dalgard, Jake LaCava, and Jake Armand, those speedy players, to run off of him.
Arturo Ordonez, the Spaniard, in the lineup tonight for the Riverhounds. There's Kenardo Forbes. When you mention Pittsburgh, he is one of the fixtures, along with their great head coach, Bob Lilly, who we'll talk a lot about here over the next few hours. Rowdies will let everybody get a touch here. Guillen in the back with Scarlett. Of course, the great Lawrence Wyke. Extra aggressive this year. 4 yellows coming into tonight, but it's the other plays, the way he revs up the Rowdies engine that makes 27 so special.
Just pure industry. We're going to have Dos Santos for the left side for Pittsburgh tonight. He's going to bring that same energy and work ethic. And Lawrence Wyke sitting in that right center-back role will be matched up against Dos Santos sometime tonight.
Lewis Hilton, active early as usual. Across the field with this one. Ryan, our keys to the match.
Well, for the Rowdies, they're going to have to crowd the middle with royalty of Kenardo Forbes. Most assists in USL history. You cannot afford the Jamaican to get on the ball, sit comfortable, and pull the strings for this team. In regards to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, be patient. The Rowdies are going to want to get on the ball and hold possession. Be patient and then counter-attack.
Good to see Jake Armand in the lineup for Tampa Bay. He was also one who's not quite 100% this week. This ball sent back, and offside going to be called on the Hounds.
The Pittsburgh Riverhounds are not being patient. They are pushing right up and pressing high trying to disrupt this Rowdies midfield and defense when they have the ball. Almost a counter press situation for Dikwa.
Talk about teams that know each other well. Hard to find two teams in USL Championship that know each other better than these two sides. They have had some battles over the years.
And I think it all starts with Bob Lilly. He definitely creates an environment in Pittsburgh and all the other teams he's played with before or coached where they are super organized. They all play within the system and everyone knows their role on the field. Coach Collins, after 4 years being in the Rowdies organization, talked about this man and how he sort of modeled his coaching career around Bob Lilly's style and the expectations of a team. And that's why he's been so successful in the last 4 years. If you're going to be the best, why not try to model the best?
He's influenced so many players around USL Championship, also USL League One, MLS. So many guys have gone through the system of Bob Lilly. As Williams will touch, Rowdies able to take it away again. Rowdies controlling possession here early on. Here's Fernandez.
Love the fact Leo Fernandez, yes, playing in number 10 role, but now he's playing on the right-hand side of that 10 role. So that left foot, as he turns inside Drew, he's going to get the whole vision of the pitch with the ball being on his left foot. He can then take guys off the dribble, cutting inside, and then create plays for other people while passing the ball on the inside.
Tampa Bay now attacking. Lewis Hilton looking for Dos Santos. Tried to cross through a tight space. Ball got deflected. And now Nathan Dos Santos will send it up. Riverhounds trying to get it forward. There's one of their main targets, Albert Dikwa. 4 goals on the season. Former St. Louis FC. Oh, well played this time and shot off the crossbar. Cochran was out of position off his line. And the Hounds not done just yet. Tampa Bay dodging early danger. Dos Santos held, and that's an easy call.
Has to be a yellow card here. Leo Fernandez rather, was in on goal if Dos Santos was allowed to pass that ball. It was a professional foul. He pulled Dos Santos, no chance for him to release the ball. And the referee decided to call it back. And once he calls it back, the yellow card has to be given. Now, just going back to the play before, Kenardo Forbes, they took their eyes off of him. He played a beauty of a ball, and Cicerone almost opened his scoring by hitting the post.
So Ordonez draws the early yellow in the book for the Riverhounds.
A necessary foul, but what about Ordonez playing centre back and after 5 minutes is now on a yellow card? That is going to be a factor to play 85 more minutes with no chance to make a big mistake.
You saw Coach Collins too out screaming at his guys. I think not happy about that last possession, which almost conceded a goal.
Yep. Cannot take your eyes off of number 11. As soon as Kenardo Forbes has a chance to look up, he's going to put that ball on a platter.
So place it down here for Pittsburgh. Talk about Kenardo Forbes. What a career he has had. 49 assists. He is like the Magic Johnson of USL Championship.
And he makes it look just as good. He dishes it with style. The man from Jamaica knows how to serve it up.
There's Kenardo. Some great performances over the years here in this stadium. 4 assists this year, 129 total appearances for the visitors tonight.
Just love the matchup with Lewis Hilton and him. Lewis Hilton, same type of player, a playmaker from deep. And both of them want to get on the ball and not only just create chances, but dictate the flow of the game. And that's what makes the matchup so interesting.
Oh, grabbing a takedown there. Guillen gets away with one. Riverhounds screaming for it. And now here's Lawrence Wyke. Ryan, how he got away with that one, talking about Guillen. Wow, they were really tied up that time.
Well, Dikwa and Guillen both dishing out the physicality, and Dikwa runs straight to the referee right now and is asking him, how come that was not a call? Aaron Guillen just using whatever means he has available to him to try and stop Dequa.
See Guillen wearing the captain's armband tonight. We'll have to get used to that.
Yep, he's been knocking on the door for the last couple of seasons. Has played, the only player to have played every single minute for this Rowdies team this year. Cannot be subbed. That left centre-back position, so tricky. And Guillen being that natural left footer, it just comes so easy to him.
Dahlgaard sending it up the field. Riverhounds will send it back. Let Wheat take care of it. As we are 8 minutes in. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis. So excited you are spending your Saturday night with us here at Al Lang Stadium.
Just want to note too, Drew, Jordan Scarlett for the first time playing that actual centre-back role. He has played right centre-back for the Rowdies for the last 2.5 seasons. Now gets his chance to be in the hole, as they say. Very aggressive tackler, one of the best tacklers in the USL, but now more of a decision-making role, whether to go or to stay.
Cochran handles it for Tampa Bay. Only 1 goal differential between these two sides. Rowdies have 19 on the year. Pittsburgh with 18.
Stats can be a little bit tricky as well. Rowdies playing more games than the Riverhounds, and also the Rowdies getting 5 of those goals, those 19 goals against Phoenix just last week. So goals have been an issue for a team that's been built on scoring goals. So when the drought came about in the last couple of weeks, that's when the Rowdies slid down the table. They weren't keeping as many clean sheets as they did before, and so relied on getting production in the last third, which they did not get in the opening quarter of the season.
Ball played out of the center circle. Now here come the Hounds. They've got some numbers. To the right, it's Dixon. Dixon off the deflection of Guillen, and Pittsburgh is on the score sheet first.
So dangerous, Alex Dixon. Can drive the ball into space, exactly what he did. And this is why you shoot at home. Look at Cicerone drawing players to him. Have the shot, deflection is there. Looks like it was a shot or a pass towards Dequa. Nonetheless, right into the mix-up. And it comes off Aaron Guillen. No chance for Cochran. And that aggressive play by Pittsburgh Riverhounds earns them that 1-0 lead. And this man, being the veteran that he is, Dixon, already influencing this game.
So that's the 2nd goal of the season for Alex Dixon. And the Riverhounds out to the 1-0 lead. So not the start the Rowdies we're looking for. Crowd a little bit quiet here. Dos Santos trying to run it down, and Tampa Bay will throw it in. There's Ralph's Mob trying to make some noise, trying to get the crowd going here at Al Lang Stadium. Skyway Casuals as well. We'll be talking a lot about the Rowdies cheering sections here throughout the broadcast. Special treat coming up at halftime.
I love the facet that Dequa brings to this team. Can play a target man, you go directly to him, and look where they are now.
Here it comes. Scarlett there to clear it out temporarily. Danny Griffin now on top of it for the Riverhounds. Kennardo Forbes. Center at this time. Shane Wheat, former Loudoun United, places this one perfectly. Oh, the Rowdies out of position here early. Cochran able to bail him out.
Well, Cochran had to get to that one. He had to own that 6-yard box. No chance for Dixon to get that ball across the goal, or else it would have been 2-0.
So 12 minutes in. Pittsburgh settling in here.
No better feeling for an away team to come in on the road, get an early goal, and now the home team has to react. Now the Rowdies are going uphill, and here comes Pittsburgh pulling strings.
Deflected by Ekra. Riverhounds getting comfortable. It's not good if you're Tampa Bay. Hilton. Right side. Look out, Dixon, cut off. And there's Aaron Guillen.
Well, there's a reason why Aaron Guillen has played every minute so far for the Rowdies. Does not shake, does not shiver. Stood his ground, good interception.
Dos Santos playing against his former team here tonight. We're 13 minutes in. Sebastian Dahlgaard for the Rowdies.
This is the area of the pitch I was most interested in when Leo Fernandez gets that ball on that right-hand side, looking inside. I think it gives the Rowdies a whole different facet of their game.
Jake Arman, nice move. Right in the middle of the box, LaCava, right past his feet, just could not collect. Lawrence White. Hilton. Jordan Scarlett with Guillen. Now the Rowdies starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm, Ryan. LaCava sends it back to Ekra. And now Lawrence White.
Excellent play by Pittsburgh, not allowing Fernandez to turn inside on that left foot. They read it to a T.
We're talking about Bob Lilly earlier. It's incredible, Ryan. 137 Hounds matches he has been a part of. They've conceded just 121 times. That's less than a goal a game, and you're seeing just examples of that on some of these defensive sets.
And that comes from every day in practice. It just becomes a bit of a mindset for the players of what's expected when they walk on the field. Bob Lilly has done that. Quick story. Coach Collins played for Sunderland, comes to in the off-season to play against the Vancouver Whitecaps. Bob Lilly, the coach, they beat Sunderland that day. Coach Collins gets a chance to meet Bob Lilly.
Ball sent in. Fernandez gets ahead on it.
He was so impressed with Lilly's formation, his system, and his way of doing things. And he sort of modeled his coaching career after Lilly's way of doing things.
Dahlgaard in the starting lineup tonight. Dahlgaard with the cross. Again, a little clogged up there in the middle as Pittsburgh likes to do it. White sends it in, skates across the box. Arman, the closest guy there. And Dixon will throw it in here for Pittsburgh, or at least hand it off 15 minutes in.
Well, Lawrence White arriving late. Remember, Lawrence White is a midfielder playing that centre-back position. Can deliver that cross, can put that ball where he wants. And him arriving late worked perfectly to plan.
Here's Fernandez. Leo shaking free, right-footed. Tremendous save. That's Jamali Wheat, the keeper, getting the start tonight. Makes his 6th save of the year.
What a chance for Leo Fernandez. Fell onto his right foot, did everything right. Except he put the ball directly to the keeper, either side, and it was a goal. Good foot save in the end.
Best chance so far for the Rowdies. Tampa Bay now will have a corner.
Interesting not seeing Leo Fernandez taking these corners though on the right-hand side with that deft left foot.
Well, visit Tampa Bay as Florida's best way to play. Visit TampaBay.com. Corner coming up for the home side. And it will be Jake Arman on that far side. Rowdies trailing here 1-0. Dos Santos getting position. Former Charlotte Independent star Jake Arman. Consistent this year with Tampa Bay. Puts this one in a pretty good spot. Rowdies don't have a shot at it, but Ekra tries to keep it alive, and now the Hounds will go the other way with Dikwa. Surrounded by green and gold, and Tampa Bay able to get it back.
Good job by Decoy trying to hold it up with 3 Rowdies shirts around him. Not much of a chance there.
Oh, look out. Just headed over the goal for Fernandez. Leo in a great spot. And the flag was down.
Well, again, Leo Fernandez popping up in that dangerous position, finding that pocket between the centre-backs. And it looks like it was Jake Armand who's across there since taking the corner. Puts it on a platter, but the Brazilian couldn't serve it. Well, after only 17 minutes, it's been 52% to 47% in possession to the Rowdies, but it's the type of possession, and the Rowdies' possession has gotten better in the last 5 minutes.
Sent back to Cochran. If you're just joining us, Rowdies have conceded. Arturo Ordonez on the board for Pittsburgh. Rowdies playing from behind here early on. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, great to have you with us on ESPN Plus. Muggy, hot night here at the stadium. So stamina may be a factor as we go along. This is the really, I think, really hot night that we've had so far this year.
Correct, and both of these teams have had some time off in the last couple of weeks. So let's see who blinks first when it comes to going to the bench in the second half and bringing those fresh legs on.
Rowdies' last meeting with Pittsburgh was back on October 10th. And the Riverhounds victorious in that game. Here's another beautiful cross. Oh, Dos Santos just couldn't put it on frame, but an outstanding attempt.
Aaron Guillen coming up from left centre back, and delivering a peach of a ball. Look at this. Looks up once, takes a touch, and puts it right in the stride of Dos Santos. Did everything right, but was about a foot off the mark. Pittsburgh Riverhounds, after scoring that goal, you have to give Rowdies credit. They've bounced back over the last 10 minutes.
Dos Santos just a goal this season. Just have a feeling though, Ryan, those floodgates are going to open just at any time.
Well, it's the life of a forward, right, Drew? You got to keep going at the ketchup bottle, and eventually the ketchup is going to flow.
Yep. No doubt. Discussion here, Dixon.
All right, interesting moment here with Lawrence White being at center back, a little bit of height being taken away from the Rowdies, and a little bit of toughness in the air. Kinado Forbes is going to be looking for Shane Wheat and Ordonez at this back post here.
Forbes, one of the best assist guys in league history. Dos Santos, now with Rivera.
Oh, what a ball.
Right at the feet of Forbes. He cannot handle it, but again, nice attempt there by the Hounds. Well, the title holders take the spotlight once again when New Mexico United travels to Orange County SC. Don't miss any of the action Saturday, June 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. Hounds very patient here early on. Couple nice attempts by the Rowdies trying to build on it 22 minutes in. Guillen. And now Fernandez.
Oh,
being
beauty.
pulled, tugged. No problem though for LaCava.
Great recovery.
Shane Wheat got a piece. Jake LaCava, featured in our pregame show. He's done everything that the Rowdies have asked him to do so far in this young season, and even more.
But look at the freedom that Leo Fernandez has, though. He comes all the way from the right and almost joins just 5 feet away from Jake LaCava to get LaCava that pass. The objective in that position, those two number 10 positions, is to find the pockets, find the space, no matter where it is. Hence the reason Leo Fernandez coming all the way across.
Shane Wheat over to Dixon. Dixon, oh, beautiful ball. And there is Jordan Scarlett, who recovered well. Target man was Dikwa. He's got 4 goals on the year.
But look how sharp his movements are. The cut off the ball is so quick. Jordan Scarlett took an extra second just to catch up to him. And that almost allowed the pass to get into him. Again, same issue. See Jelani Peters now joining the attack. The big man from Trinidad and Tobago.
Gennaro Forbes, the outswinger. Just outside that 6-yard box. And it was Dos Santos flying in for Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh will keep possession. Now it's LaCava. He's cut off. And a quick whistle right there. Being very physical early on is Pittsburgh with Jake LaCava.
But that's their MO, right? Not to give up any space, not to give up any inches. So too, Neil Collins and this Rowdies team, they don't give up much in the midfield. So if you try to get past them, it's either the man or the ball. And that completely takes his sting out of the attack. Oof.
Armin, he's clipped. Alex Dixon. Don't think we're going to see a yellow here as he rushes over.
I think they heard that tackle all the way in Hillsborough County.
Little hip check.
But it just goes to show, though, once the ball is going to be contested in the midfield, how stuck in are the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. They are dug in, and they're going to contest every inch of the midfield.
Armin was listed as questionable this week. Good to see him and the 11 here tonight. When you look at the 18, too, a few surprises. Tate Johnson, a youngster, is on the bench tonight for Tampa Bay, just 16 years old. Wouldn't it be something if he were able to come on to the pitch? We'll see if that happens or not. Jan Ekra trying to move it side to side. Rowdy's a little bit off on the communication.
Yep, Jan Ekra trying to find Seb Dalgard on that right-hand side. Just a little too far ahead of him. The Frenchman, 9 times out of 10, is going to deliver that pass. Has played further up the field so far this season, Jan Ekra, being asked to play alongside Lewis Hilton. Seems to be more natural to play deeper, though, for Jan Ekra.
Oh, they get it behind. Here's LaCava in a foot race. Keeper just able to redirect. Rowdies throw it in on the far side.
Oh, what a toe poke by Ordonez. LaCava was in on goal. Good recovery by the number 15.
Only home match in the month of May tonight for the Rowdies. Right now they trail 1-0. Aaron Guillen directing traffic. Same with Ekra. Dos Santos. Chance to work in the middle of the park. Finds LaCava. And again, boy, everywhere LaCava goes, he draws a lot of attention, doesn't he?
Yep, and then what about Steven Dos Santos, though? Just like we saw Dikwa a little while ago, you play it into the big man's feet, and he has the ability to turn and create something. Just got the toe poke into LaCava. And boy, what a night for this man. Pittsburgh Riverhound legend, playing for the Tampa Bay Rowdies now. A lot of emotion.
Lewis Hilton, the in-swinger. Right in the middle of the box. Fernandez, Ekra. Guillen, the safety valve. He goes down. Crowd over there wanted a foul, and so does Aaron as the shoe comes off.
But that has to be the most accurate tackle in football, to take a guy's shoe off with one tackle. But I tell you what, that's all part of it. And as a forward, you have to give it to some of the defenders as well. You can't only be on the receiving end. And Dequak fully committed, like he should. Not allowing Aaron Guillen to control that ball and keep the flow, as they say, alive.
See the mutual respect that these two sides have for one another. So many mainstays. Now Lewis Hilton in the 28th minute. Rowdies place it down on a free kick. Here it comes from Hilton. Dos Santos. Kava tried to come back to it. Winds up at the feet of Aaron Guillen.
Good ball by Lewis Hilton. Good header by Dos Santos as well. Just want to see green shirts attack that ball a little quicker, or anticipate the header by Dos Santos and thus reacting quicker. You know, just looking at these two teams, Drew, you cannot help but look of how they have modeled exactly the same. You have your three centre-backs, then you have your two quick wing-backs on the outside. You have your two playmakers in the middle with Lewis Hilton and Ekra, with Griffin and Forbes. And then you have your two playmakers in Dixon and Cicerone, like Leo Fernandez and Lecava. And then you have a big target man like Dequak and Dos Santos. They almost model exactly the same. That's why this system is so effective. There's not going to be a much between these two teams. Don't expect a big scoreline tonight.
Here's Lecava turning. Defense reacting. Jake goes down. Ekra and Lewis Hilton keep it alive. Sebastian Dahlgaard sizing things up. Defender jumps in front. He keeps possession. And now Lawrence White. White working towards the end line. White with the cross. Headed. Oh, another brilliant save. Armin nearly had his second goal of the year. And that's Jamali Waite, who has just absolutely had two phenomenal saves here in this first half.
Well, one of the Achilles heel coming into this match was the goalkeeping position for the Riverhounds. And Jamali Waite has pulled off yet another blinder. Great job by Lawrence White getting to the byline. A strong header by Armand. And an even stronger save by Waite. Here it is again. Getting behind the ball, hooking all the way back.
Oh.
Good strong header. And look at that, two hands firm to get the ball out of trouble.
Pittsburgh now on the season with a +11 goal differential. So that's through 10+ games.
Just a quick note, Drew. Just after 30 minutes, it's 4 shots to 2. All of the Rowdy shots have been inside of the box in good positions. And this here is going to be a very awkward position for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. This is prime real estate for Kenardo Forbes. Excellent cut back here. It was Cicerone bringing it back in. Look at the cut back by Rovira. It was on a dime. And now, what an opportunity. It's not a penalty, but the angle and the distance, it is perfect for a direct free kick. Looks like it is going to be Cicerone who's won the argument.
So Russell Cicerone, top of the box. Rowdies will form the wall here. Tampa Bay trying to elude danger once again. See that opening, Ryan, right in the middle.
Just enough for Cochran to see it, but
here it comes. Wall does its job. Sent back out. And now Shane Wheat. Little chip. Comes back out to Dixon. He'll let it roll.
Interesting decision by Dixon. I mean, the ball is closer to the 18-yard box. Your players are now about to crash the box. Here's the free kick again. And Leo Fernandez takes it right into the hip. Not a very good free kick by Cicerone. But Dixon refused not to cross the ball in. And now allows a corner kick, which gives the Rowdies a chance to reset defensively and gain positioning.
White sends it right out. Forbes off the ricochet. This one comes in. Cochran in position. And it is sent out. Defense does its job once again for the Rowdies. Well, at Boat, we make the best gear for you to enjoy life on the water. From paddle boards to floating docks, we're committed to pushing the boundaries of innovation, style, and design to help you stand apart. Stop by our St. Pete store to get your boat experience. Another whistle. Rowdies have had some pretty good chances here in the first half. Leo Fernandez one-on-one with the keeper. And then that last attempt by Armin, which almost resulted in a goal. They trail 1-0.
Well, full credit to the Riverhounds to start this game so quickly. Dixon, of course, getting the goal off the deflection. But it was because of that positive play. But like you said, Drew, over the last course of 25 minutes or so, the Rowdies have had the better of the game. But a 1-0 lead for a Bob Lilly team is like a 2-0 lead for most teams in this league.
That's a great point. It's almost like if you're playing Pittsburgh, you'd rather be down 2-0 than 1-0. LaCava watches it skate out. I know that's crazy to say, but you are right. That 1-0 sometimes feels like 4-0 or 5-0.
Depending on the team, right? The personnel, the coach, the mindset. And that is such a Pittsburgh Riverhounds trait because of the man at the helm.
Another corner on the way for Tampa Bay. Lewis Hilton, who was absolutely brilliant in that game at Phoenix, starts things for the Rowdies. Armin had a touch, back to Hilton. Hilton will put it in the air on the end line. Again in a dangerous spot. LaCava sizing things up in traffic and scores!
Can this man do anything wrong? Jake LaCava gets number 6 for the year. It wasn't pretty, but it all counts. Ball played back in from Lewis Hilton, right into the danger spot. Lawrence White puts it back in the mixer. LaCava, just effort, just energy, just hustle. And look at the finish, top corner, where no one is. Look at him just outwork Dos Santos. And then look at the finish, LaCava full of confidence. And this game is tied at 1, Drew.
The calmness, the patience in traffic when things are as hectic as they could ever be. Jake LaCava delivers for the Rowdies. And with Jake LaCava's goal, the Rowdies donate $250 to the Bayfront Health St. Petersburg Foundation. We are all tied at 1. Ralph's mob alive and well. Skyway casuals and those fans behind Cochran in goal exploding as the Rowdies are back. A little bit of a slow start, but they've made the adjustments and looking better and better.
You know, when you're in form, you just make the quicker decisions. You react quicker. You just smell the ball a little faster than the defender smells the ball. And Jake LaCava just outworking Dos Santos there just shows where he is right now. with his form and how he's playing.
6th goal of the year for LaCava. So by far the leading scorer for the Rowdies. Now LaCava plays it. Again, surrounded by 3. And that's not enough. As this ball is sent out, the Rowdies will throw it in.
There's that confidence again, willing to take players on. And when he does that, it gives this man's job, makes it that much easier as other players become open. And that's all you ever cry for in this game. It's open space.
When LaCava came aboard with the Rowdies, the intention was 1 year. 1 year loan, then back to New York Red Bulls. But tell you what, if there's any chance he could stick around a little longer, I'm sure Rowdies fans would not have a problem.
I tell you what, New York Red Bulls are now calling Coach Collins to say, could we get this guy like next week?
And that's a question we asked Neil Collins early in the season. What if Jake just sets it on fire? And New York calls and says, hey, we want our guy. And the attention is 1 year. 1 year.
Yeah,
that was the deal when it was originally made.
Teams with the pedigree, like the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Tampa Bay Rowdies, on late call.
And we've got a yellow first card going to be handed out to Tampa Bay and Jordan Scarlett.
Jordan Scarlett not happy with it. Dikwa saying that Scarlett used his hands to pull him to the ground. And the man from Montego Bay goes into the referee's books. There it is there. And you can see the hands, but I'm not sure if he actually did pull him, but yellow card it is for the center back.
That's the 4th yellow of the season for Scarlett. Had a little bit of a rough start to the season, but is settled in the back and is now playing vintage Rowdies soccer.
And boy, do the Rowdies need him. He's been the defensive juggernaut for this team for the last 2 seasons. Oh, good ball.
Trying to go over the top that time. Jan Ekra. Into the corner. Here's Guillen. Once again, Aaron Guillen. Play over the top of him. Shot up against the side of the goal. Cochran will take care of it for the Rowdies.
Well, misunderstanding between Guillen and Scarlett. Guillen let that ball run, but Scarlett was not there to clean up. Fell into Dikwa's path.
Well, don't miss a minute of the action in 2022, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL Championship action on ESPN Plus. To the home of the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.com, ESPNplus.com. Level at 1. Alex Dixon, the early goal for the Hounds. The Rowdies come back with the Jake LaCava goal just minutes ago. Talked about the rest for the Rowdies and how much it was needed before that Phoenix showdown. Rowdies then come back cross country. Somewhat of a short week. Looking good right now, though I don't think legs or fatigue is going to be a problem. This club is ready and primed to enter the prime stretch of the season this summer. Now Dos Santos moving forward for Tampa. Cut off, wanted to continue that run.
Another great challenge by Adonias, but Steven Dos Santos does not have the type of legs he had when he played in Pittsburgh. More of a hold-up player for other players to then use their speed. He tried to let the handbrakes down there, Drew, but just couldn't get the finger on the knob to let it down.
It's funny, the last game Coach Collins, actually the first game he ever coached in when he was the head coach, was against the Riverhounds. And that season when he took over the job.
And he said all he ever wanted was to just don't lose the job early. Try to hold on to the job, try to impress them, try to keep the job.
Armin again for the Rowdies. Thread with either foot. Ekra. Here's Lewis Hilton. Oh, he was going to deliver a blast that time. Wheat will keep it alive. Not sure that was a good idea because the Rowdies' run continues. Tampa Bay attacking once more, and the Rowdies nearly had another chance that would have been absolutely gravy. Wyke running it down, and here's Guillen. Just feel that flow, that rhythm coming back for the home side.
Yep, and Lewis Hilton was in prime range. Not for many players, but for Lewis Hilton, that was the perfect spot to have a shot. And good job by the Riverhounds. Again, getting in front of it, being committed. Gets that big deflection to allow Wade the chance to save it.
Last time Rowdies were here at home, Ryan, I was not here, but against San Diego, 3-2, the visitors leave with a victory. Describe the feeling in the stadium on that night and how important tonight is.
Yeah, I think it was huge because the Rowdies were up 2-1, and usually when the Tampa Bay Rowdies are in the lead in Allen Stadium, it is a done deal. San Diego hung in there and got two very important goals right towards the end, and deservedly so. They earned it. So now this Rowdies team coming back to Allen wants to set the record straight, and against not really a rival, but a team that's worthy, a worthy opponent like Pittsburgh, who's always in the mix with the Rowdies in the Eastern Conference.
Squeeze one in. Look out. Cochran. All surrounded. Jordan Scarlett scrambling back. And you saw Dikwa cut down by Scarlett doing what he does best.
Well, if Jordan Scarlett was the villain in getting the yellow card minutes ago, he is now the hero. What a tackle that was. Dikwa was in on goal. All he needed to do was toe poke it back past Cochran, and it would have been 2-1, and a goal-saving tackle by the number 5. Oof.
Now it's White sending it ahead. Sent up in the air by Dos Santos, and now Tampa Bay will throw it in. Gonna have 1 minute here of added time. 1 minute. Get ready for a fun halftime show. Special guest up in the booth with us. Tell you about that. You have to tune in at halftime for that, Ryan. I know you're scratching your head saying, Drew, who is it? Who is it?
You heard me.
Pretty free-flowing here in the first half. Not much stoppage. As we are level at 1. Once again trying to play it over the top. Dikwa's been active here in the first 45 and change. Awesome pass. Forbes is cut off, and again it is Jordan Scarlett.
Well, Keanu Forbes arriving late to the party like he usually does. And Dikwa doing a great job holding this one up. But it was Scarlett and Ekra reacting to that.
Guillen airborne, and he had.
Well, we talk about forwards delivering it to the defenders, and it's something you should do as a forward.
Deke was saying that he elevated first and had a right to that spot, as he's getting a little talking to by Eric Tatterstall, our lead official.
I have to say Tatterstall has done a great job so far. The yellow cards that have been given out have all been warranted. I believe Jordan Scarlett and Adonias. It's been a great contest between those two, Dikwa and Guillen.
First half in the books. The Rowdies get a goal to tie by Jake LaCava. Alex Dixon delivers for Pittsburgh. Level at 1. Halftime festivities coming up right after this. You're watching Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer on ESPN+.
50 years of automotive excellence doesn't just happen. It's built on a commitment to that excellence, and we wouldn't change a thing. I'm excited to announce Reeves Import Motorcars is now part of the Morgan Auto Group family, giving you an unparalleled buying and service experience that's uniquely Morgan, like the Experience More guarantee at no additional cost. But it's more than selling you a vehicle. It's the experience, the lifestyle. Introducing the all-new Morgan Import Motorcars. Experience the lifestyle today. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
New Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda.
Loud flavor.
The mayor must see this.
Hey, wait!
Flavor.
Mayor.
We bring flavor.
Whoa.
Citizens, I declare Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda the loudest flavors ever.
I help weight loss patients make lifestyle changes.
I give patients the tools they need to overcome obesity.
I help patients live longer.
I educate patients on the entire weight loss process.
I promote healthy habits with a healthy dose of compassion.
It's not just an ID badge, it's a badge of honor. Every day, our bariatric teams achieve the results to wear it. Take the first steps toward permanent weight loss at baycarebariatrics.org.
I get up every morning with an opportunity to change someone's life. How cool is that?
Baycare, humanity at work.
Halftime here at Al Lang Stadium, 1-1 is the score. Tampa Bay Rowdies all knotted up with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. As we welcome you back inside our booth, Drew Felios, very special guest, local media star here, and Chris Torello, who is here doing a special feature on Ralph's Mob. Chris, tell us about tonight. What have you learned?
Well, I got doused by Bud Light during the goal, so, I mean, that was a really fun thing. You know what, there's so much passion in the Tampa Bay area. We know about the Bucks, the Lightning, and everybody. These are some of the best fans in the world right here. And, talking with Leo Fernandez earlier this week at practice, he said, you know what? They have that European style when you're in that crowd. So I really think it's special. Mitchell, all the guys, it's been wonderful.
You cover a lot of events, a lot of big moments around Tampa Bay sports. But I remember several months back, you said the number one moment in Tampa Bay sports was that goal by Emko Sana last November.
I was mostly saying it because you were the one calling it. So that moment, you just go back and you see the energy at Al Lang. And I think the big thing promoting Ralph's Mob is to promote what people and families can come out and get every Saturday throughout the summer. And I think everyone knows about Emily. Everyone knows about the Trop and all that. Ray J. But here at Al Lang, it's quite special.
Talk about the experience, too, because you go to Ray J. You go to the other venues, Amalie Arena. I see you there all the time. But what makes this a unique experience?
I think it's family. I really think everyone's kind of packed in together. It's that old baseball stadium feel. And I think just being able to kind of have everyone crammed in together, holding the flags, their beers, they're screaming. They do not stop. I mean, I know you don't either, but they are all hoarse down there right now. How are they going to get through another 45?
All right, tell us coming up, because we love to watch you on Spectrum Sports 360. Kenny Morales does a great job covering our club also, but tell us about your feature. When's it going to air? How can we watch?
Yeah, live every night at 10:30, Spectrum, Bay News 9 for people who want to watch. But yeah, it's going to air this Thursday, 10:30, and then all day Friday because we got the magical wheel and it just keeps going. So yeah.
Chris Torello.
Thanks, buddy.
He is the man. Watch him, Spectrum Sports 360, Bay News 9. All right. We've got much more coming up. Halftime festivities. We are level at 1 here at Al Lang Stadium. Stay tuned.
It's a goal for Orange County SC, and their first of the season. And that's full time. The old guard with a new trophy. Orange County wins the USL Championship final.
For the black and yellow, New Mexico takes the lead, and all 12,000 plus here at the lab are on their feet.
We all have goals.
But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
I'm on that routine. I'm on that routine.
Welcome back to our Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Look at our storylines for USL Championship. The W League kicked off May 6th, and it continues throughout July. We will continue to follow that. Top 5 power rankings. There you see them. San Antonio FC, top of the mountain. Colorado Springs, Louisville City, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Detroit City FC in that top 5. No sign of the Rowdies just yet, but that should change throughout the year. Look at our team of the week. Congratulations, Lewis Hilton, once again on the USL Championship Team of the Week for that brilliant performance. Cicerone also in that group. He is on the field tonight for the visiting team. And we've got our standings in the Eastern Conference. Lou City, top of the mountain there. Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Memphis, Detroit City, first year in USL Championship. Rowdies right now 5th place as they've got those 16 points. Miami FC, Indy 11, right behind. Birmingham Legion, FC Tulsa, and the rest of the teams fighting for position as we near the meat of the season and the summer months that are so important. Much more to come as tonight we honor Ralph's Mom and Skyway Casuals. The energy, the enthusiasm they bring to every single match. Again, our thanks to Chris Torella of Bay News 9. Tied at 1. We're back in a moment.
Can health insurance help cure loneliness? Can it take care of your best friend too? Or hold your hand for 9 months? Can it be there for you at 3 a.m.? Or inspire you to go the extra mile? We think so, which is why every day we ask ourselves, what else can health insurance do? Come find out.
New Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda.
Loud flavor.
The mayor must see this.
Hey, wait!
Flavor, 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 flavor.
Mayor.
We bring flavor.
Flavor.
Whoa. Citizens, I declare Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda the loudest flavors ever.
What is fetchable storage? It's the best parts of today's moving and storage options combined. It's your storage unit on a truck that you drive. You save time by only loading it once. You save money, and it's easy and safe. Just fetch your storage container, fill it up, and bring it back. We'll take it from there. Visit redrovers.com now for a free month storage. Red Rovers Fetchable Storage saves you time and money.
Welcome back to our Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Visit Tampa Bay, Florida's most ways to play. Visit Tampa Bay, where treasure awaits. Great to have you with us on this Saturday night. Drew Felios alongside my main man, Ryan Davis. Hope you're enjoying it. Rowdies all tied up with Pittsburgh 1-1. A really entertaining first half it was.
I think both of these teams are very similar in style. They both want to get on the ball, and when they don't have the ball, they're going to press and try and get it. As a result of that, it was back and forth, trying to gain possession in midfield. And as a result, a lot of chances on both ends.
Yeah, tremendous play on both sides. Some great chances for the Rowdies as well. Let's take a look at the halftime highlights. Coming right out of the gates, Pittsburgh comes out like gangbusters. And a tremendous opportunity here. It goes off the crossbar. So Cochran bailed out that time by the crossbar. But then the Riverhounds again continue to work. And eventually able to get that first goal.
Well, Kenado Forbes pulling the strings in midfield, exactly what the Rowdies did not want. Really started to create some havoc. He created 2 chances in the opening minutes. And then this ball by Jake Arman almost getting to Leo Fernandez, who also had 2 chances after the goal. There's Arman again, finding Aaron Guillen. And this one right into the path of Dos Santos. Heads it down, but just a foot wide.
Leo Fernandez also had an opportunity one-on-one with the keeper. Lawrence Wyke playing along that right side. The cross comes in, and that one just off. And that was a tremendous save that time by Waite, who had just a brilliant first half.
And then here's Cicerone, sort of drawing the bees to him, and lays it off to Dixon, who tries a shot, gets a big deflection off of Aaron Guillen. No chance for Cochran, and Pittsburgh get that vital 1-0 lead.
And coming out of the set piece, Rowdies trying to make something happen. Lewis Hilton sending it in. Ball played right there. LaCava, watch him just stay calm through all the chaos, and he buries it.
He gets to the ball just after Dos Santos, but he sniffs it out and just out-hustles Dos Santos. And again, fantastic finish by the youngster. 6 goals this season so far.
Take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by Visit Tampa Bay. Ryan, what stands out?
57% possession. The Rowdies finally get a chance to get on the ball despite all of the chaos in the middle of the park, with Pittsburgh Riverhounds hustling, trying to get the ball back and then dominate the game. But the Rowdies hang on, 57% possession, then finally calm things down after they got the equalizer. Shots on target, 3-1. Pittsburgh had that shot from Dixon to go into the goal. The shot by Rivera just off the crossbar. They've had their chances themselves, but just couldn't finish to get a second or third goal. Rowdies, on the other hand, Leo Fernandez has to have a better second half to have a chance. Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Dane Kelly, can he come in and get his 7th goal for the season? It remains to see if Bob Lilly pulls the trigger and brings the Jamaican on.
In this particular game, the guys coming off the bench could very well decide it when you talk about Dane Kelly on one side and Sebag Wenzadi on the other. Look at the upcoming schedule for the Rowdies as we wait for the second half to begin. At FC Tulsa coming up on June 1st. Then just 3 days later, Tampa Bay will host Lou City in a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Championship. What a night that was. At Miami FC a week after that, and then Charleston comes to Outland Stadium on the 18th before heading to Pittsburgh. So you look at the next month and those 5 games in the month of June. There is no easy out on that schedule for the Rowdies. And again, reminding you why every single outing so important, every point so critical as we enter the summer months. Leo Fernandez, good opportunities in the first half. Just got a goal this year, but 3 assists with it. Also talked about that guy right there, number 47, Tate Johnson. He is 16 years old, and tonight he is in the 18 for the first time in a USL Championship match. Rowdies fans got a glimpse of him against the Villages in Open Cup play, but we're so excited to see Tate on the bench tonight, and who knows, he could just have his number called.
16 years old. You know, the path is not set, But to have an opportunity to be around these professionals at 16 years old gives you a really, really good look of what it takes to get on that path. If you're young Johnson, what an opportunity for him.
Can you imagine being this young man?
No, I can't, Drew. At 16 years old, I was just coming back from the beach.
What a moment. Just getting my driver's license, figuring out how to do my laundry.
You could drive at 16 in the U.S. In Trinidad and Tobago, you had to be 17, so I had a year to wait. I still had to bum a ride.
Fernandez out of the locker room, tackled. That was Danny Griffin getting back.
And Danny Griffin doing what he does best, industrious, clogging any hole that needs to be clogged. He is so good in number 12 in the center circle, but on the ball as well. So he's that double-sided player. Very good defensively, and very aware offensively.
Pittsburgh second place in the East with those 22 points. Rowdies with 16 points. 3 points tonight by Tampa Bay. Gets them that much closer to that top spot. So early in the season still. I know we're over 10 games in, Ryan, but I think at this point, not so concerned about every single result, just about making that progress, right? Getting better, making sure your team is taking form.
You're never going to have the perfect team. You're always going to have a weakness or two.
Sure.
You're just trying to have as few weaknesses as possible as the season progresses. And those are the sort of holes you want to cover as a coach and take care of at just about any sport.
White again, pesky as always for the Rowdies. Comes away with it, breaks up. Another Riverhound set. Pittsburgh a little tighter defensively here to start the second half. And the Rowdies now will have it as Guillen will place it down. See the big smile there from Alex Dixon. He had the early goal for the visitors.
Yep, he was smiling from ear to ear with a fantastic shot. Yes, there was a deflection, but Dixon made it happen and gave the Riverhounds a 1-0 lead as he goes into the referee's books.
So Dixon carded here, 49th minute. And that is the second yellow handed out here to the visitors. Arturo Ordonez also playing under caution. Arman and Dos Santos sharing it. And that ball gets away. It'll be Pittsburgh ball. See Bob Lilly, he is hot off the bench right here for the Hounds. The old Grizzly veteran coach.
We talked about that mindset, those standards that are set off the field. So when you come on the field, what's expected of you. And you can see when Bob Lilly gets off of his seat to yell at players, that means they are not living up to the standard that was set before the game, that was talked about in the dressing room.
Find it here, find it, fella.
Jan Ekra. Send it back here. Cochran lays into it. Rowdies will throw it in on the far side.
You can see Leo Fernandez trying to get on the ball. Just wants to make a difference after that subpar first half.
Oh, beautiful ball. And now it's LaCava. Trying to cut off by Ordonez.
Great tackle by Rivera.
And Fernandez is going to get whistled here.
Well, Rivera goes down, but what a tackle he had just now with LaCava. He Yeah, Jake Armand wide open on his left-hand side. Didn't allow that ball to get free. And Rivera was the man to put a halt to that attack. Here's Leo Fernandez being committed, standing right on that ankle.
Yeah, you saw that left ankle get twisted as Rivera went down. So Danny Rivera, the Colombian, a little shaken up here. See if he can fight through the pain. Rowdies come up now, a little press of their own. Hilton going to get called for contact.
Talked at halftime how committed these teams are when they do not have the ball. You can see Lewis Hilton leaving his ranks in center circle, going all the way up into the last third of the field and committing the foul.
Well, celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL Championship. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select League's choice, player's choice. Sent to the corner. Arman watches it skate by.
Now, if you're the Riverhounds and you're the Rowdies, this is when you want your Jan Ekras and your Lewis Hiltons, your Danny Griffins and your Kenyatta Forbes to really start dictating the flow of the game. Let them demand where the ball goes. Let them dictate that. Right now, both teams coming out of the dressing room and just have no flow or structure, no rhythm.
That's almost signature Pittsburgh football, though. We've seen it time and again. That's the type of soccer they want you to play.
What a ball by Fernandez.
Dog guard. And now Lewis Hilton. White leaves it for Sebastian towards the end line. Dog guard with the cross. And the Rowdies will have a corner right in the middle of that cheering section.
Well, that's what Lawrence White can give you when he pushes up. Find some space for Dalgard. Because the right centre-back can handle the ball so well, it frees up that man. And Lawrence White just always has an eye and a nose for some space to move forward. And instead of Lewis Hilton driving this one in, it's going to be Jake Armand with the in-swinger. My feeling is have Steven Dos Santos come to the first post, let Armand drive it into him, and have Dos Santos flick it on.
Here it comes. Sent back out to Dogheart. And this one will get away.
Well, Dalgard trying to offset the oncoming traffic and dart into space the other direction, but didn't work. What a first couple of saves this man has had in the first half. Has certainly played his part so far. And as I say that, he kicks the ball out on a goal kick. I take everything back.
Never fails, does it? Pittsburgh coming off a victory over El Paso last Saturday night. They've won their last two. The Rowdies, of course, that impressive win, best of the year, over Phoenix Rising. The Rowdies have had Phoenix's number over the past few seasons. This one sent deep. Dos Santos not able to collect it. Rivera watches it go out of bounds.
So, Drew, I use this statistic sparingly, but when I do, you know it's going to have a factor in the game. These two teams, very similar. There's not going to be a large scoreline. It's 1-1. Whoever scores the next goal, I believe that's it. The game's over. Expected goals. That's where the ball is in the most attacking areas of the field, most threatening areas of the field. Tampa Bay Rowdies at 0.53, Riverhounds at 0.48. Rowdies has a 0.5 advantage, meaning they have put the ball into a more dangerous area more often than the Riverhounds, but not by much. It just shows how much in the balance this game is. And like I just said in that last statement, I think whoever scores the second goal, that's it. It finishes 2-1.
See if that prediction holds up. Scarlett. Rowdies will build from the back here. Armin and Dahlgaard very active here in the second half. Lewis Hilton always active. He never stops moving. Touched by LaCava to Armin. Jake now will take over. Takes the reins of the Rowdies offense. Little heavy-footed that time. Ball just got away. If he could have gotten square to the goal, it would have been trouble.
Heavy touch allowed Williams and Griffin to close in on LaCava and make an important tackle.
Ready for it. Here comes Tampa Bay. It's Fernandez chipping and scoring. Leo makes it 2-1.
Well, the dancing Brazilian gives us another samba. He's been working all night long to get into that dangerous position. Did not have a good first half, but has worked his socks off to try to impose his will on this game, and he has done that. Going from left to right, from right to left. Comes close to LaCava. This is the LaCava challenge. Great tackle by Williams. But here comes Dos Santos. LaCava again. This is the heavy touch. It's Williams and Griffin. And Leo Fernandez finally gets just an inch of space and makes the most of it. What a finish by the Brazilian. Like I said, has worked his tail off to try to get a hold of the ball in dangerous positions and has made it count.
Is there anything better than scoring the go-ahead goal and then giving your wife and son a kiss? I don't think anything is better than that.
Nothing better than that. That's it.
2-1 Rowdies. Jan Ekra and now LaCava. Rowdies getting into true form here. LaCava has been like a video game tonight. He is just moving at another speed.
Just bravery, confidence, and in supreme control when he has the ball at his feet right now, Jake LaCava. And now here comes that press by the Rowdies. Despite being up a goal, this is when you're the most vulnerable, when you've just scored. Now they're going to try to impose their will. If the Riverhounds can get past this press, there's going to be room right here.
That's the pass they're looking for. Oh, coming out is Cochran. Again, way off his line. And those fumes after a goal, you can smell them up here in the press box. They've never smelled so good. Here's Fernandez. That time on the offside. Place is buzzing. Rowdies are back on top, their first lead of the night.
Just want to go back to Cochran's save. I talked about being so vulnerable after they just scored. The Rowdies tried to press. Great job by the Riverhounds. Dixon again could get his second goal. And this man, you need one of those big saves from your keeper per game, and he just delivered his.
Hounds trying to thread that needle. Dikwa saves it from going out of bounds. The Rowdies will have a throw-in. So Leo Fernandez, his second goal of the season. Had some opportunities tonight. Here's one more look at the goal.
Here's Leo Fernandez. We talk about his work ethic. He finally wiggles free. And look at the finish, Drew. Like drinking a cup of tea like you do in the afternoon, Drew. He just sips it, puts his feet up, and it's 2-1.
And now Leo working once more. Right side. Dahlgaard shaking free. He'll cut it back. Couldn't get the angle. Hilton able to knock it down. Wild action here on both sides. White.
Look at the energy.
Oh.
Look at the energy by these two teams. Look at Lawrence White.
You've got to love that hustle out of 27.
Not going to give an inch, and he's going to want the throw as well. And Lawrence Wyke has now earned his spot in the referee's book.
And that, unfortunately, unnecessary. That's his 5th card of the season. You just cannot have that. A little bit too dialed up.
And as a centre-back, which is reliant on tackling and defending, you cannot afford to get yellow cards on the opposing third of the field where there's no tackle involved. Oh, what a ball by Forbes. Didn't know if he meant it, but boy, did it work out. But the Rowdies continue to press high, and if the Riverhounds can maneuver this ball, they're going to find some space in the last third.
Hilton. And now LaCava. LaCava distributes left. Armin sizing things up. Tons of firepower still on the bench for the Rowdies. Guenzati is available tonight. So is Mkosana. Kyle Gregg as well. Juan Tejada and Timmy Meal if needed. And then there's, of course, the youngster, Tate Johnson, who we talked about. Dos Santos lays it to Dalgard. 62nd minute, 2-1, Tampa Bay.
Crossed by Dalgard, but nobody told Armand to crash the last post. Jake Armand's supposed to be crashing that last post when Dalgard crosses that ball. And Rivera, with his great ball control, brings it down, wins the free kick.
Well, Visit Tampa Bay is Florida's most ways to play. We'll take one more look at this one. Our replay brought to you by Bayfront Health, a chance to get in an extra sponsorship tonight. Visit Tampa Bay, Florida's most ways to play. Plan your next adventure at visittampabay.com. Jan Ekra, another takeaway for the Rowdies. Defense has just been stellar for the home side in this second half. Pittsburgh has not been able to come up for air. They have been struggling to defend this vintage Rowdies attack as Dalgard goes down.
You know, goals change matches. Not only does the other team have to react, but then we also talk about just the intangibles, the confidence that the team is playing with now, the extra energy you have when a goal is scored. And you can see the energy levels change. Now the gold and green have a little extra pep in their step. They get into the ball first. When someone has the ball, they now have that confidence to run with the ball. As we saw Seb Dalgard winning the free kick. And now it's up to the Riverhounds to just weather the storm. It's still early in the game. Allow themselves 10 minutes to settle and then try and get back into it.
Lewis Hilton on the free kick. Nobody in the league does it better. Hilton. Curling ball. Dos Santos got airborne. Wyke didn't have a chance to save.
Dos Santos, Dos Santos is going to want that one back right on his forehead. You just want to direct that ball onto goal. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to put it on the frame. Make the goalkeeper make a save.
Only one goal so far this year for Steven Dos Santos, but what I like to see, he's always active. He's always in the neighborhood. He's always giving 100%. You just know those goals are going to come.
Just keep doing the right things, keep making the runs, and when you do get an opportunity, put it on goal. Make the goalkeeper make a save. Nothing too special.
Had one of the biggest goals of last season, that goal that would propel the Rowdies into the USL final. And just ran roughshod in the regular season, did Steven Dos Santos. A little quiet to start 2022. 65th minute here. And a 2-1 game.
Well, you can see Bob Lilly starting to go towards the bench now. Neil Collins is going to have to react. Bob Lilly is going to be the first to blink, get those fresh legs on. Dane Kelly, I'm sure, is going to be in that discussion.
Couple players go down. It's Guillen. A little tangled up. And Rivera down there with him. These two guys have exchanged pleasantries on more than one occasion here tonight. And who is going to get the yellow? And it is going to be Aaron Guillen.
It's going to be a tough game to officiate. This man has done a fantastic job tonight, giving yellow cards when needed. And Aaron Guillen quite rightly going into the books. And now Jordan Scarlett, Lawrence Wyke, and Aaron Guillen, all three of the Rowdy centre backs, are in their last chance saloon. Any mistake now, the second yellow card comes out, and the Rowdies are down to 10. And how about this man?
Substitution now about to happen. Guillen still pleading his case. And I believe we are going to see Pittsburgh go to their bench. As you see, Dane Kelly, the legend, ready to enter. 6 goals on the season. One of the all-time great scorers in this league. And let's see who he is going to replace.
Well, chances are it's going to be Dikwa, number 9. But also with him is Louis Argudo. Intelligent player, quality on the ball, played some time in Sweden and the MLS, the number 21. And he's going to come in for either Cicerone or Alex Dixon, presumably. So it looks like Dikwa is the one who's going to come out.
Officials trying to sort this out as well. Kelly in, Dikwa out. Dane Kelly also 2 assists. He can distribute as well, but he is instant offense. And also Luis Argudo, number 21.
Yep, and then number 18, Mark Ibarra, coming in. I'll tell you what, Drew, he's a big presence in midfield. Looks like Rivera's going to come out. Be interesting to see who goes out to that wide right-hand side. Ibarra being a utility type player, maybe the one asked to go out there. Nope, Ibarra's gone into the midfield. And Rivera, who's had an excellent game, has to come out with injury.
So at a moment like this, Pittsburgh with basically a line change. If you're Neil Collins, are you influenced immediately to go to your bench?
No.
Or do you just wait things out just a bit?
You have to wait things out. This team has so much momentum right now. I don't think you shake things up. Yannick Krah and Lewis Hilton still have a lot of legs. Question is, the Seb Dalgard, does he have enough legs to keep covering this right-hand side? Then we have young Harris, who is a spark plug off the bench, can come in for either Leo Fernandez or Seb Dalgard.
Ekra sliding. Griffin lays it off here, Kenardo Forbes. Forbes needs it at his feet more. That is
offside.
A gorgeous ball, but the flag is going to go up this time.
Kenardo Forbes, you cannot give him space to dictate the play, or else he will, and will have your defense running in circles.
He is a special player. See the Rowdies? Some of the players getting loose over there. Juan Tejada is up and running, so is Emko Sana. Whose number is going to be called first? Seba Guinzati, you know he wants in.
You know, as emotional as a night it is for Dos Santos, I don't know how much legs or juice he has. Have to think Greg may get his number called, the number 22, to come in for Dos Santos.
Dos Santos. Dalgard trying to turn it around. And now the Hounds. Oh, great work here. Get it across the midfield line. And now Wyke is taken down. He'll pop right back up. Cicerone will let.
Well, Cicerone is asking you, referee, that was a point-blank dive by Wyke. Here it is. He lost control and he just threw his body, and the angle of the referee just went straight for the whistle.
So Lawrence Wyke here will put it in motion for the Rowdies. 71st minute, nursing a 2-1 lead. Armin defending here. Wheat. Aaron Guillen. As the ball goes off Armin. And this is Forbes. Forbes so quiet in the second half, but we just saw in the last possession what he can do given any daylight.
Saw the Rowdies pressing early after they got the goal. Now it's a more of a sit back last 20 minutes of this match and have the Riverhounds try to come up with something special.
Sending it forward now. Macaba. Forbes again circling around that center circle. Great dive once again by Rowdy's back line. We've stepped up to the task here in the second half. Williams also directing traffic right now. He's got it for Pittsburgh. Riverhounds could use a long, productive possession here. The way the Rowdies have responded without Connor Antley in the back has been impressive. Looked a little shaky at the start, but they have plugged those gaps nicely as White comes flying in.
Yeah, they have to tip your hat to Lawrence Wyke and Jordan Scarlett. Oh,
Forbes against Hilton. He can make you look silly.
Yeah, both of those players have been playing out of position.
Now inside the box. They have worked very hard for this chance and not going to get a chance. Cochran was there in position, and that's as good as it gets for the Hounds. Albert Dikwa was in the mix.
Oh, what a chance that was, getting to the byline and squaring that ball right across Cochran's living room.
Well, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access. Tuesday nights, 7 Eastern, plus hear live matches from the world of soccer, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Are we on Sirius XM right now? We're not?
I don't think so. Have not been informed.
You know, I was about to sing my favorite calypso from Trinidad and Tobago just to get the vibe going. It's a Saturday night. It is a Saturday night, Drew Fellows, not Sunday.
So many great options on Sirius. White comes back and gets it. How about the Jimmy Buffett channel, Margaritaville?
Love it. I mean, that will put you in the mood, especially living here in Florida.
Little Springsteen.
Yep. Those guys do a great job on Sirius XM. USL review show.
Certainly do.
Do a fantastic job.
Denny Griffin leading the attack here for the Hounds. Pittsburgh has lost to Las Vegas and Lou City. Rowdy's trying to join that list tonight. This lead holds. That will be the case. Griffin again circling. Too many green and gold jerseys in that neighborhood. And now it's Lacava. Lacava taken down, and there's the whistle.
Always him, always him.
Jake Lacava, a lot of times when you have a superstar coming into a group of already good players, sometimes there can be chemistry issues. We've seen it throughout all walks of sports. But Jake Lacava, Coach Neil Collins says, has been the absolute perfect fit, epitomizing all of those Rowdies traits the staff and Lee Cohen looks for.
He gets a chance to come into an organization, a winning organization. And when you have veteran players like Leo Fernandez, you have a Lewis Hilton there, you have a Seba Gwenzati. I mean, you have to look and see what those guys are doing, and then you have to fall into line. So we talk about how great a job Neil Collins does, but what about him having those players under him that keeps the other players' expectations in line? Your expectations when you come to play for this group. This is what we do, and this is what we do every single day. And Jake LaCava has come and measured up to that and surpassed that.
Rowdies reinforcements ready to check in. Seba Guenzati is up, and so is Lucky Mkosana. So this should be a thrilling final 14 minutes and change. Mkosana really relishing that role of guy coming in off the bench late, providing that little extra scoring punch. And then you've got Seba salivating for that goal that would bring him to a tie with the great Georgi Ristov.
Yep, I think that's going to be on the menu tonight, because Riverhounds, the more this game wears on, they're going to have to push further and further up to try and find that equalizer. And I think with Guenzati and Mkosana there, it's going to be speed in the counter-attack to try and get this game to 3-1. And also give the Riverhounds a chance to second-guess themselves in pushing too far up.
Now it's Guillen. Guillen taken down right at the ad sign, asking for a foul. As there you saw Luis Argudo. How about this play right here?
Wasn't that in WWE the other night?
I think so. That's what you call a suplex. Dos Santos out. Here comes Mkosana. Steven, a good shift. And now Seba Guenzati set to check in for his teammate Jake LaCava. Crowd loving it here at Al Lang as El Capitan. Not wearing the armband tonight, but still he is wearing that nickname. He'll never let that go as Jake gets the high fives on the bench.
Absolutely, and I would hope Aaron Guillen will come across and give him the armband soon. But it's the veteran coming in for the young starlet.
See the reaction from the crowd. Pittsburgh gets set to throw it in. At Boat, we make the best gear for you to enjoy life on the water, from paddle boards to floating docks, committed to pushing the boundaries of innovation, style, and design to help you stand apart. Stop by our St. Pete store to get the boat experience.
All right, we got it.
Strap yourself in. This should be a wild end to this finish. Griffin spreads it right.
Oh,
Hounds working their way in the box. That's a great takeaway by Armin.
Well, the Rowdies are pinned so far back in their own half. They don't have an outlet. Credit to the Riverhounds.
How's it going, fellas?
Two Rowdies goals tonight by LaCava and Fernandez. It's been a typical Tampa Bay Pittsburgh battle, and what has just been an amazing rivalry in USL Championship. Set in the air, Cochran airborne and comes down with it, and White was right there with him, and those two guys collided, and we hope White is okay. I think he got the worst end.
Yeah, I think he definitely did. Look where Cochran's knee reaches, right there. Either into the shoulder or the arm of Lawrence White. I'm not a doctor, but I only play one on TV, Drew. I'll tell you what, though, that knee to the arm is going to hurt. But Lawrence White, tough kid.
In a situation like that, too, when you go airborne, you don't know that guy's your teammate. You feel him there, and
Absolutely.
you take the contact, but you still have to defend yourself because you don't know who he is.
Your ball, the ball is number one priority. Lawrence White and anybody else who's underneath you, that's the second priority.
Here comes Luke Biasi into the match for McKeel Williams.
Now this is interesting. Biasi is a utility type player, and Williams is a bona fide center back. Interesting to see if there's any formation change. We see Leo Fernandez going back to left wing back or left midfield. Guenzati and Kosana seem to be the two forwards as the Rowdies switch to a 3-5-2.
Peters coming in for Ordonez. So Pittsburgh going to the bench often here late in this second half, trying to find the spark that will bring this game level. Rowdies will turn it around. It's Fernandez. Leo. Vintage Leo Fernandez. Oh! What a cross. Oh, just on top of the goal. You saw that coming from 10 miles away, and the Rowdies almost put the cherry on the sundae.
Leo Fernandez dishing out Brazilian dishes here. Look at that pass. Right in stride for Lucky Nkosana. Did everything right. Put the ball on the ground, got over it. It just bounced over the net. What an effort.
Lucky certainly appreciated that. Jelani Peters. Kennardo Forbes. 83rd minute. Does Pittsburgh have one more goal left in them? Or possibly a go-ahead goal as well? Wyke, again, he has been flying all over the park. Coming out of there is Seba. Ahead to Lucky.
Onside.
Lucky Nkosana. Oh. Trying to stay with it.
Oh.
Crowd was ready to erupt if he would have had a one-on-one.
Lucky is so quick, he ran without the ball. Oh. He forgot where the ball was. And he ran ahead of the ball. And in the end, made it a lot easier for the defender to get behind it and dispossess him. But what a heads-up play by Guenzati.
Dos Santos. Rowdies want to run. Pittsburgh wants to just grind out another goal here in the remaining time.
Well, the counter-attack is all set, and it's up for the Riverhounds to go searching for this second goal, their second goal, with the expense of getting counter-attacked on.
Now it's Peters. Oh, ball gets deflected. Rowdies should come up with this. They will with Dahlgaard. And they'll send it back down the park.
Problem is, with no outlets, it can become very daunting now with the Riverhounds just body punching on the Rowdies, while the Rowdies just sit against the ropes and try and see this one out with a full 7 minutes plus injury time.
Dos Santos. This is Forbes. Forbes switches direction here. That's a nice ball.
Caressed.
Biasi, well marked by Fernandez. And now Guillen.
Leo Fernandez, let me tell you, don't ever change. Just put that ball on Lucky Nkosana's laces for the second time in a row.
So graceful. Tipped up. Look out. Oh, they had contact there. Official right there, and a Rowdy may be shaken up on the end line.
I don't think Lawrence Wyke saw it, or Seba Guenzati, but the Rowdies are down to 10 players, and they're going to have to try and kick this one out. Or not.
It's Jan Ekra. Ekra taken down from behind, and finally a whistle. Let him play tonight, pretty much. Eric Tattersall has. Austin Holt, Fritz Barber House also on the crew.
Here's Jan Ekra playing the entire 90 minutes, sorry, 85 minutes so far. And Argulo The tackles from behind did get the ball, but once that tackle comes from behind, usually means you have to go through the player's legs to get to the ball. Look for this ball from Hilton to Dalgard in the corner flag. Let's see if it happens. Yep, here he comes. Corner flag pass.
Rowdies will throw it in here on the near side.
You see Lawrence White trying to manage the time right now, taking his time with every throw.
Finds Dalgard. Here comes that double team. Dalgard does a good job keeping it in play, and there is Saba doing the same.
Oh. Well, Hilton and White were in two minds if to go back or go forward. Hilton wins the argument, but that pass, just too much mustard. Not a comfortable look on Neil Collins' face. He never defend a one-goal lead. And the Rowdies trying their best to hold off the Riverhounds.
It's hard to believe. Rowdies just have 4 wins so far overall on the season. Just feels like they've done more than that.
Yeah, it all started with the team really going towards scoring more goals this season and not getting that production up top.
Here comes the cross, top of the box, trying to shake free. Rowdies make sure it's played out. Cicerone, the shot on frame, and there's Cochran.
And Lawrence White is yelling at why did anyone give him an inch to shoot? You have to engage Cicerone. He's telling Dalgard about all the nice things he's thinking of.
Takes intensity to another level.
Oh yeah.
High kick that time with Lucky there. We play on. Rowdies can see the finish line. But as you said, Ryan, cannot defend a one-goal lead.
No, that is one of the big no-nos in soccer. Yes, you can take a half step backwards, but you have to stay engaged and try to look for that second or third goal.
Ninth minute. Denny Griffin, 59 straight appearances for the Riverhounds. He is their Iron Man.
Did anybody check for a pulse for Danny Griffin?
Now it's Wheat. Again, a little sloppy on the ball handling for the Hounds. They've let it go.
Yeah, Piassi coming in, fresh legs, but not in the rhythm of the game. Took a heavy first touch.
Wantahata set to check in. I think right guy, right time, because as he's going to replace Jake Arman, Tejada can be a nuisance.
He is going to be wound up and unleashed to track anyone who has possession of that ball and get engaged.
Jake Arman once again does his job. He's greeted by that Rowdies staff. Should have considerable extra time in this match. Had a lot of stoppage in the second half. Rowdies took down Phoenix on Sunday 5-1. This would be their second result here in a week if they can finish it off. 5 minutes extra time, 5 minutes stands between the Rowdies and a big home victory over Pittsburgh. comes out to Ibarra. He'll spread it to Dos Santos. Nathan Dos Santos. Wyke is there once again. He has been a presence in the back. Jelani Peters. He'll send it on. And Pittsburgh just cannot keep that run going here on the road.
Again, Biasi coming in late, just couldn't keep it in play. It was Jelani Peters, who has a tendency to play the ball long. Very comfortable playing, being direct from the center-back position.
Cochran will switch to the other side. You see how the grass is cut up there right in front of him. There's been a lot of action in front of each goal. It's been just an old school soccer Donnybrook here from start to finish, Ryan.
Yep. Johnny Cochran picks out the 6'4" Jelani Peters. No match for Gwenzati.
Rowdies will sit back, nice and compact, and this is where Tejada defensively will chase down everything that moves.
Have to get up on Forbes here. Can't allow him to keep dictating.
Sent inside the box. There's Tampa Bay trying to draw contact in there. Not going to work here. Scarlett will clear it.
Well, look like the Rowdies have now taken the entire step backwards. And they're just going to hold off and try to hold on to this 1-0 lead.
Try and give Pittsburgh a dose of their own medicine here as Cochran falls on another. Now it's Lewis Hilton. Sends it into the open field. Tejada sticks his hands out as he was impeded trying to get to the ball by Biasi. Remember 4 years ago, Neil Collins in his head coaching debut, taking on this Pittsburgh side. It was Joe Cole coming up with a goal late to tie that one. I remember that night. Coach Collins admitting he was just trying to fit in to keep the job. It was a situation that could have gone in any which direction. And oh, has it gone in the right direction since he has taken over this franchise.
And since then, 3 Coach of the Month awards, 41 regular season shutouts on goal. Saber Gwenzati scored 53 goals. Only Cameron Lancaster and Nico Brett had more with 56 and 54. And he has won the 4th most games at 60 over those 4 years. Only Phoenix higher with 73. Louisville with 67. And I believe, yeah, I was going to go with those 2. The third one I'm not sure of, but definitely Phoenix and Louisville with 73 and 67.
What a presence he has brought to the Rowdies sideline. Epkosana waiting for it. Here's Lucky. Lucky shot! Goal! The final exclamation.
Textbook center forward play. Lucky Epkosana. I got a chance to speak with the great man, and he said, just don't complicate things. Look at this. Brings it down with one touch, bodies off the defender with the other, and just put the ball on frame. Make the keeper make the save. Do not complicate things. One touch, body off, second touch, good night.
First goal of the season for Lucky Epkosana. And what a moment for it to put this game to bed.
What a threat to have off of the bench. The luckiest number 7 you'll ever come across in your life. The man from Zimbabwe has written the book about being a super sub.
What a weapon he is and continues to be for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Lucky Epkosana delivers in the 95th.
Now, listen to me, Drew. Listen, I made the prediction 2-1, okay? There's a goal in the 94th minute count. I mean, come on. Give me a break here.
I'm just lucky I did not take your chips and run to the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and make a play.
We were so close at 2-1, though. We could have won it all, buddy. We could have mortgaged the house.
Time to celebrate. The Rowdies have got their 5th victory of the season. Lucky M. Kosana, the magic touch. So it's LaCava, Leo, and Lucky. 3-1, Rowdies win. We're back to wrap things up here at Owl Lake Stadium. Stay tuned.
We help our patients live life without pain.
I help patients get back on their feet.
Getting my patients moving moves me.
I help patients go through orthopedic surgery smoothly.
I help patients take their first steps after hip replacement.
It's not just an ID badge, it's a badge of honor. Learn why 98% of our patients are walking within 24 hours of surgery at BayCareTotalJoint.org.
Every day, I help patients live happier lives.
BayCare, humanity at work.
50 years of automotive excellence doesn't just happen. It's built on a commitment to that excellence, and we wouldn't change a thing. I'm excited to announce Reeves Import Motorcars is now part of the Morgan Auto Group family, giving you an unparalleled buying and service experience that's uniquely Morgan, like the Experience More guarantee at no additional cost. But it's more than selling you a vehicle. It's the experience, the lifestyle. Introducing the all-new Morgan Import Motorcars. Experience the lifestyle today. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
Well, it's the only home match for the Rowdies in the month of May, and they certainly make it count. 3-1 the final score. Tampa Bay over Pittsburgh. Let's take a look at some of the marquee moments of this match. Tampa Bay started a little bit slow. Pittsburgh comes out like absolute gangbusters. They hit one off the crossbar here. Cochran a little bit out of position, and then the Rowdies would have their chances that they couldn't cash in at the start.
Yeah, Leo Fernandez popping up with 2 chances. That was the second one. Couldn't put it on frame. What a ball by Armand, and he knows it. Seth Dalgard making some room for Lawrence White. The ever-overlapping Lawrence White hooks the ball right back across the goal, and the header by Armand. What a save by Waite to keep it at 0-0.
Armand certainly wanted that one back. Riverhounds with their first goal here. This was simply a beauty. They put together some really, really nice possessions. Quality
by Cicerone, and Dixon just being aggressive, tries his shot, big deflection, and a deserved 1-0 lead for Pittsburgh.
So Rowdies trailing 1-0 here at home, then come out of a corner kick. Lewis Hilton doing what he does best, headed back here, and watch Jake LaCava.
When he sniffs the ball out and just out-hustles Dos Santos. And what a finish in the end. Top bins, and it's 1-1.
LaCava having fun. Then Leo Fernandez shakes free the little chip. Just a gorgeous moment.
The Samba man doing what only the Samba man can. Dancing on a rope and finishes it beautifully. A kiss to the wife and the child. What a night for Leo Fernandez. That was the go-ahead goal. That was the decider. A third goal by Lucky M. Kosana made it finish 3-1, but what a night it was for the Rowdies to get their only home game against a worthy opponent in Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
There's the final numbers, nearly even possession-wise. Pittsburgh a slight edge there. Rowdies with more chances though. Yellow cards, little bit of a concern tonight I think for both teams. In the end, Rowdies with more quality chances, and their stars simply outperformed the Hounds.
Correct. I think the players got their home cooking. They felt more comfortable in Allianz Stadium. And Leo Fernandez and Jake LaCava. Dos Santos quiet, but Jake LaCava, Leo Fernandez, fantastic tonight.
Upcoming schedule for the Rowdies, FC Tulsa, and the road trip awaits. That's on June 1st. And then Lou City comes in here 3 days later. Again, some games packed in tight spaces there for Tampa Bay. Then at Miami, that's certainly never an easy out. Charleston Battery come here on the 18th before heading to Pittsburgh. Oh, we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Another fun-filled Rowdies Saturday night at Al Link Stadium. For our phenomenal crew here in downtown St. Pete, for Ryan Davis, I'm Drew Felios. Rowdies win 3-1. Have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy your Memorial Day, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.